Okay, hopefully just a short little tutorial here to show you how to do the transition piece that's been added. So when you come to your landing page with your student list, you're going to have these T's on here. This will be indications of kids that are of transition age 13 and a half or older. And if you see that they have a gray box around them, that means that there's no activities listed at all for the student in the transition piece. So it'll just a visual for you to see. And then if the T's are of certain colors, if they're green, it means that the tag is due within 90 days. If it's yellow, it'll be within 50, and then red, it'll be within 30 days. So eventually, I know you guys get emails now, but eventually that might be rotating so you can see when it'll be due. So just an indication. So to go to the transition piece, if you want to do it quickly, go here, just hit the T, go to the transitions section for Bojangles, and this is on the student view. So you'll see here some information about the student's age and grade. It's important to make sure the grade is up to date because it will be added to notes depending upon when things are completed, some of the activities. The coordinators automatically put in based upon the county, so make sure every student that you have has their county accurately put in here. This little button here will send an email to that transition coordinator if you need to do that quickly if you're working in here. Okay. So first thing you'd put in is their track, depending upon what they're going to do when they graduate. Just choose one of these, put it in here. Obviously that changes to a different color to show it's done. Then these sections over here are activities that you will list for the different transition pieces. So employment, you would there are ones, these are already pre-populated in here based upon the rubric and the kinds of things that we've been doing. So whatever seems to be appropriate for the student at the time for employment activities, you would click that. You click the date to start if we just started today. And then when you get something completed from the student, so he got some letters of recommendation and he sent them to you, you would put a written summary of that experience. And then you would put the grade that it was complete. He's in 11, so you put 11. We put this as an option, so in case if you want to add things from the past, a previous IEP, you can do that. You can say in grade 10 you did A, B, and C, whatever it is. And then when this is completed, you would put the date completed, and we'll say just completed it today as well. And then when you're finished here, you have to put this in a note. This is to add it into a note. So you click here, and then what happens is this gets put into a note. You can see the transition track was military, the category was employment, and the task, he did this. It was completed on this date at this age, grade 11. So the idea is to give it a nice flow in the notes to see when things were completed. Okay. Then when you do that, you'll see that you have one activity in employment, and all those activities have been completed. So after a while, you'll have these numbers on here that'll show you how many activities are in here and how many have been completed. Okay, so you can do the same thing with each one, but each area has different options to choose from. Okay. This here shows you the total activities out of all of these here different categories totaled up and how many have been completed. And if you hover over some things that are just out there, it'll kind of tell you what they are. Notes are here. The report to show you. I'll show you one way. Let's put in a couple other things real quick here. Okay, and then if you go to this report for Bojangles, it's going to show education, he's done this, employment activities, done this, and when, and all that. So in a nice summary, so you can look at it at a quick glance. Okay, and to go back to student detail, click here. It goes back to this section. Okay. Tag teacher piece is the same information that was that you would send out. I think Kara would send it to you as a PDF attachment. Now you just have to fill out in here, and a lot of the information is already put in for you. So when it's blank, you'll notice that these areas need to be completed that are this kind of a beige color here. So years known, you may say, you can say less than 1. The student's new. ESL no. Ethnicity, choose 1. And then go through here. And then when you finish this, you will click here. And you're going to email it to, it's going to go to Amber and Kara, and it's going to have that information for the student for the tag. Okay, nice music, cool. And then Career Tech referral is goes to just a quick link that goes there. Okay, and then transition reps is a way of keeping track of the people that are working with the student. So if it's an OVR rep and you know who that is, put in their name, their email, phone number if you want, and then this here is if you want to contact that person easily, you just click that and it'll obviously use this email to send to that person. So it's just a way of keeping track of who might be working with the student. We only have 2 in here right now, but there could be something else you can add in. And these are free things, so you can put in something else. You can put MHMR representative, and you put that in there. So you can put in whatever needs to be, whatever appropriate for the student. Okay, so that's how you do it here on the student view. If you want to work with multiple students down a list, everything is student view and a list. So you click on the options tab and go to the transition, and you go to the transition page, and you'll see that you'll have your students listed, and they default to days that the tags are due, the smallest amount, just like the IEP sort, but it goes here. Okay. So let's see here. Where do we start? This is an email to the student and family. You can still see the information for the student by clicking on that button underneath the name. Shows you the grade and those kinds of things that are in here. These are the same buttons that are on the student view for employment activities, so you can put all those things in here, do the same things you did on the other page. The numbers mean the same thing, only there's no percentage. It's just saying 1 activity and 1 is complete. So this student has 7 activities and 5 are complete in assessment. So these are employment, education, independent living, assessment, and agency. Okay, so you can do the same thing for each one, and they'll be red for now if there's no activities in there. So it's a quick visual to see what students don't have any activities in particular areas. Notes, same thing. Report goes to the report, same as on the other. This is the tag. This is for to send the tag piece to Kara and Amber. Okay, and when it's yellow, again, this is based on this number here when it's due. So again, this is under 50 days, so it's yellow. It's saying, hey, this piece is going to be needed. It's due soon. Okay, and let's see. We've got your coordinator names over here, and then this is to send an email to this particular coordinator, and again, they are assigned by county. And then up here we have, this is the link to the Career Tech referral SharePoint. This is if you search and look for a student and you want to get your students back, you just click this button and it'll show all students. Now this is to send a mass email. So if you sort by, let's say, say you want to sort by grade. So these up here that have these buttons are sortable. So you click here, and then you can say you only want to put your juniors on here. It'll only show the juniors, and say you want to send an email to those juniors, then you can send it this way. So it'll BCC all just like on the other mass emails, it will BCC the student and parent emails to those students. So it's just based on the sort. Okay, so you want to get back to all kids again, just press that and they'll all come back on, sorted this way. And say you want to only show kids that are interested in the military, you can do that, and then you can send an email that way to all of them. So that's the idea, is to sort them to maybe send by a category of some kind, whatever it may be. And we can add more sorts as we go. These are just what we started with. You can sort by transition to ascending all. So if we, and again, it's just showing you when kids have nothing in there, it'll be 0, of course. This student has no activities in transition. This one has only 2. This one has more. So it's sorting by the ones that have the least at the top. Okay, so you can sort them that way. And that's just ascending all. You can sort by coordinator. So if you want to sort by all coordinators, it will sort them by the names and put them underneath that way. Okay, or if you want to sort by just showing Angela's, it'll only show those. So those are just some sorts that if you want to play with those, we can. But as we go through, like I said, if there's more need for different types of sorts, we will do that. Okay, and this just sorts them by alphabetical name, ascending, if you want to do it that way. So a little control there. So basically you can do the same things here. And let's see, this is to find a student. You just click this and look for, put in like a little bit of the last name to find one. It'll just show the one, go back this way. This is to go back to your student list, your primary landing, and then you can print here. And then you got your options page to go to wherever you need to be here. Okay, and I think that's it to get started. If you have any questions, please let me know, and we'll go from there. Thanks.